guys, welcome back to the channel. Just recently I saw a video from Papa's Model Workshop. Really interesting video. Subject matter was, is the hobby dying? And it's something that you guys should really check out because he made a lot of really good points there. I'll post a link to his video in the description of this one when I'm done, and you guys can check it out. Now, he was talking about the fact that this hobby, which has been around for a very long time, and he made a really good point that the average age of the builder is climbing up there, and that young people are not really getting into this hobby the way we did when we were kids and our parents before us. I don't know if I totally agree with that, because I don't think the hobby is dying, more in the fact that it's changing. As automotive modelers, such as myself, you can see here and here, there's tons of automotive modeling stuff here. Automotive modelers, we tend to put ourselves into one genre and one category and don't really look past that. So I think that in seeing that the average age of the automotive modeler and the subject matter that is, I want to say, more popular among automotive modeling, such as cars from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the muscle car era, that they don't appeal to the younger modelers because it's not something from their world. I think that the hobby isn't dying because the subject matter doesn't appeal to young people, but I think the hobby is changing because the subject matter they're interested in is completely different than what those of us who've been doing this for a while. Now, my interest in the hobby range from automotive to sci-fi to anime. I just recently picked up, this is a new addition to the stash from Atlantis. I just thought it was a really cool box art and thought I'd pick it up and try it. But my point is, if I can make it even semi-clearly, is that the hobby isn't dying, it's changing. We have 3D printing coming in and gaining more traction in the hobby every year. We have the Japanese animation, the stuff that the young kids are interested in now, such as Gundam. You have Macross, you have Voltron is more of our era, but you have all of these new anime, you have Evangelion, you have One Piece. They all have models and kits based on their subject matter, and that is what appeals to the young kids. So what we have to do is encourage them. I know we want them to build cars. We want them to build a Chevelle. We want them to build a Pontiac Bonneville. In my case, Pontiac Fieros. But that is not their interest. That is not where their attention is focused. But if we get involved in the subject matter that they're interested in, such as Gundam, and I have a ton of Gundam model kits because I'm a big fan myself. But if we get involved in what interests them and get involved in building with them, you will find that you can get the younger members of our little hobby here much more interested in the hobby by building what appeals to them. So instead of building a car, build a giant robot with them. Build a spaceship with them. And little by little, as their interest in the hobby increases, they may decide to explore what to them is a strange new world, which is building a 1959 Mercedes or an 85 Pontiac Fiero or even a 1980s Camaro. This will be what's new and different from what they're used to them. For us, it's old hat. We've seen these things forever. For us, this is what we think modeling is. And I think I think this is my point. What we think modeling is not what they think it is. And because we're interested in automotive and we're interested in classic cars, we think that's where modeling is focused. And the honest truth is that it's not. The largest segment of the model building community right now is with, let's say, a company like Bandai, whose various properties in many different types of media are expanding the modeling hobby among the young people all over the world by leaps and bounds. They're actually, I think, the largest modeling, if I'm not mistaken, the largest modeling company in the world. And the subject matter that they put out, like this and this and that, are what the kids are really into. You know, there are always going to be classic cars to build. There are always going to be car models to build. But they're going to have to make room on the shelf for all of this new stuff, for Gundams, for all this anime stuff, for sci-fi kits. And that's what's going to continue to keep the hobby growing. So is the hobby dying? No, it is not. Is it changing? Yes, it is. By joining them in in the subject matter that they're interested in, it'll help the hobby grow, because from there they can expand into what interests us. Build the Gundam with them. You know, learn the ins and outs, the amazing engineering that goes into those products. Then, after you've learned a little bit about that, maybe suggest to him that he join you on one of your automotive builds. And you'll never know that might click, and he may just start enjoying the automotive builds as much as he does the Gundams. I mean, it's the only way that we're going to continue to keep the hobby growing. And growing it is. We tend to look at least in the United States, from my experience, we tend to look at it as we are the center of the modeling world. And we're a big part of it, but we are not the center of it. All over the world, model companies are producing tons of kits and tons of different subject matter, and the primary driving force behind all of that are companies like Bandai and Tamiya. The military stuff, the sci-fi, just such a large expanding galaxy of subject matter to build from. And I think that we should delve into all of it, not just keep ourselves into one category. I mean, I love building cars. I am an automotive modeler, but I'm also, from time to time, going to take a break from cars and jump on something completely different, such as this moon ship from Atlantis. Just because it piqued my interest, I saw it in the shop and I decided to pick it up. So let me just cut this short because I'm just rambling at this point, and I don't even know how many people are still listening. But my main point is the hobby's not dying, it's changing, and in order to keep it growing at the rate that it is, we have to let go of our preconceived notions of what the hobby is. Let it go, let it go. And accept that it's changing and look forward to those changes and join in them. And as we do that, we will build a better future for the hobby. And we can join the young people building now, learn from them, and maybe once in a while teach them something. You know, and we can't stop the direction the hobby's going in, and nor should we want to. But what we can do is expose them to what we enjoy and our part of the hobby, just like we take exposure from their part of the hobby. And altogether, we're just going to keep it growing. So is the hobby dying? No, it is not. Is it changing? Yes, it is. But that changes for the better, at least as far as I'm concerned, because I love building everything and anything, and I have so many giant robots to build, I don't even know where I'm going to put them all. Mrs. Onyx Fierro keeps telling me, well, why do you bring one home why are you bringing home another one when you have 500 that you still haven't built yet? And I'm like, well, because it's fun. So, anyway, that's my rant on Is the Hobby Dying? My answer is an emphatic no, it is not.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's growing, it's changing, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year. So, I guess that's all I had to say. So, Papa's Model Workshop, that's what I think about this whole hobby dying thing. My answer is no, we're getting bigger, we're getting better, and pick up a giant robot. You never know, you might really like it. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you on the next one.